Clippers guard Lou Williams will face a 10-day quarantine following a league investigation of what Williams did in Atlanta while he was on an excused absence to attend the funeral of a family member. He was seen photographed at a strip club in Atlanta while he was away, and it has raised a lot of questions. And the man who always has the answers for us is Adrian Wojnarowski. Welcome back, Woj. How have these departures, we got Lou Williams in that situation, we got Patrick Beverley was gone, and all of this, how have these impacted the Clippers as they get ready to restart this season?
Well, Greeny, this was built to be one of probably the deepest team in the NBA, and that depth has been tested. Lou will, that 10-day quarantine takes him into next week, but I'm told Patrick Beverley landed back in Orlando yesterday. Landry Shamet is back here, another key backcourt player for the Clippers, and there's hope that both could be potentially in uniform on Thursday when they started up again against the Lakers. But really for the Clippers, their expectation is they won't have their entire lineup and their team back together until at least the third game of this restart. Marcus Morris is another player who's missed time outside the bubble prior to. But listen, they're playing a long game here, the Clippers are. They're not too worried about seeding. They're going to finish probably second to the Lakers in the West. They want to be healthy together, and they need to have those players in condition and shape. And Lou Williams, a 10-day quarantine, like, you're not going over to the gym and working out and staying, you're in your room. And so, that certainly is going to set him back, but they've got time here. And that's what the Clippers are hopeful for.
Yeah, the idea of him being sent to his room is sort of appropriate. I know that you're just getting yourself acclimated in the bubble, but you know just how strictly they regard everything. What have you heard as far as reaction to his handling this time away the way he did? Again, being apparently in a strip club during this time when he was excused to go to a funeral.
Yeah, the optics are terrible for the league. And, they have so far been able to protect this bubble and not have any positive tests coming from players who've been in here. And just the way it looks, they're obviously allowing players to leave for a number of different family situations. Some have been funerals, some have been other family-related issues. But they knew, I think the Clippers knew, I think Lou Will and those around him knew he was going to get popped with this significant quarantine just based on how it looked. It just wasn't a smart decision when he got out. And, you talk to general managers around the league and agents, and they know in other instances when players are leaving the bubble, like, there's not, for a lot of guys, this tremendous rush to get back in. But there's now starting to be some more urgency because we're getting beyond the scrimmage games. And, the Clippers, the players on that team, they were not surprised Lou Will got popped the way he did.
I'll have to leave it there for the moment. It is great to see you again, Woj, and we'll do this again every day as we work our way towards this. Let me get Jay Will and Kendrick Perkins in here. And, big fella, I will start with you. This Lou Williams thing, I mean, there's this bubble situation in the NBA, and all of us are trying to work through in and outside of sports, requires a level of professionalism and all the rest of that. What is your reaction to the way Lou Williams handled this?
Hey, listen, Greeny, listen, I'm a big guy. I love to eat. I done been to Magic City. The wings are fire. But in this case, in all seriousness, come on, Lou Will, you got to do better, man. During this pandemic, you have to do better. Going back into the bubble and just looking inside the bubble, they had 0 cases, tested 300. And has 0 cases. The NBA, the Players Association, has done a great job by putting together this billion-dollar bubble and keeping everyone safe. Lou, you got to do a better job. And it's crazy, Greeny, because here it is. Lou Will is a 16-year vet. He knows better. He should know how to be more mature. You got a guy that's a rookie in Zion Williamson who left for a family issue, and he handled it way better than Lou. We didn't hear a word. He went down, took care of his business with his family. Now he's back to the bubble. And on another note, it just adds another distraction for the Clippers, for as them trying to win the title. Now they got to answer questions and do media about something that they shouldn't even have to be worried about. They should only be worried about, you know, playing basketball, you know, promoting, you know, making sure they bring awareness to social justice. But now they got to talk about Magic City and Lou Will and chicken wings. It's just not fair, and it was very irresponsible on Lou Will's part.
What do you think, Jay Will?
You know, look, for Lou Williams, I obviously think it was the wrong move. We all have lapses in judgment at times. I don't know what got him in there. I do know that there is a legend of Lou Will. Perk, you know what I'm talking about. And I do know for a fact that he has gone to Magic City so many times just to eat the food. That is his thing. It doesn't excuse his actions, but just to provide context for people out there who don't know the lifestyle that Lou Will lives. You know, the big thing is that, you know, now being quarantined for 10 days, Greeny, if he tests negative, then this becomes a really, really big thing. Then how long is he out? Obviously, a guy averaging 18 points, multiple-time winner, sixth man of the year, it's a big thing. If he doesn't test negative, and you know, if he's going through all this and he's fine, then, you know, if he doesn't test positive, excuse me, then he's fine. You know, then I think that the Clippers, they've been dealing with injuries and guys not being fully healthy the whole time. I still have the Clippers as my favorite. I don't think that changes because they still have the most firepower of any other team there is in the league. Yes, there are distractions, but at the same time, the Clippers have been dealing with distractions the whole year, Brittany, the whole year. So I think the Clippers will be fine if Lou Williams is okay.
I get it. I guess I would just say that we're at a place, we opened the show this morning talking about how the Marlins have all of these cases already. If these leagues want to get these things done, it's going to require everyone taking this as seriously as is possible. You couldn't handle it better than the NBA has handled it so far. And I don't care how much you love the wings at that place, you can go without it until September. It just doesn't make any sense. I have to leave it there for the moment. Jay, I'm coming back. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.